Hello everyone, I'm Sadek and this is my first tutorial on WordPress Elementor. So let's go ahead, and today I'm going to show you how you can develop a WordPress Elementor add-ons. So using a plugin, so definitely you could use your own, you can use your own a theme. So inside your theme you can just record this Elementor code or your Elementor way of declaring the add-ons. Okay, so here's the HTML we are going to convert into Elementor widget. So let's go ahead and see what happens now. So here I have a plugin. This is already working and I have built a lot of plugins, so I thought I could show some of this and how it works. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will build one. So this is my plugin.php plugin.php file, and you can see I have a class, and here at the top all of these things is not really important for you to show. So let me go ahead and show you only things that is related to WordPress Elementor. So here you can see I have two action. Okay, that's one register the category, because I have a specific category in the WordPress Elementor area. So this category is forehand. Okay, and I have already built quite a lot of Elementor, so I'm adding a new one. And here you go. You can see in it, in the adduction, in it I'm initializing this for front end class, and inside this front end class you can see I have a constructor, and in this constructor I'm actually this one is important. You can see on this action hook I'm calling this register widget method. So here normally you would be requiring all of your add-on files and add-ons classes and HTMLs. Okay, so instead of requiring all of them, because if you build lots of add-ons for some things, then it will be really irritating. So what I did here is that I just made a dynamically adding an dynamic add. So here you can see my folder is add-ons folders. Okay, so I'm just getting access to base plugin include .add-ons. So here I will be able to get access up to this folder, and here in each of my add-ons you can see, if I show you my structure a little bit, let me close them down. So here you see I have quite a lot of add-ons, and if you click on any of these add-ons, you will see a PHP file, and with the same name I have HTML.php as well. So here what it is doing is it is traversing all these folders, and then it's actually initiating the classes. Okay, so if you go ahead inside this, then I have a about style1 class, and if you want this one, then I have a similar class announcement style1. Okay, so I have the same styling for the class names as well. So it's really easy for me. So here you can see I'm dynamically instantiating the Elementor instance with the register widget, and I'm passing the new class. Okay, so what that means is that I'm taking all the classes from all these folders, from this folder, actually from these folders, from this file. So I take these classes, and then what I do is I declare the class and then pass it to the constructor of the plugin instance of Elementor. Okay, so that is how it is getting declared. So as soon as I create a new folder of pages here, it will automatically add an add-ons here. Okay, so I don't have to redeclare all of them again and again and again. So it's really nice for me. If you have any better idea, let me share your idea. I can use it as well, and if you like this idea, please let me know. Okay, thank you. So now let's go ahead and create one plugin from the beginning of this one. So this one, let's say we will call it I have a little naming convention which I really have to follow. So what I will be doing is that I have a news style one, so it's not a news one, so it's more of like header. So I have new header style 1 up to 3. So what I will be doing is I will be duplicating this one, duplicate, and I would say header style 4. Okay, so I just duplicated one of this folder, and I would go and show you. And I have another folder for the assets file. So in this class or page, I'm just registering all my CSS and font awesome icons and Axios for making JavaScript asynchronous Ajax calls, and I am also loading Vue.js. So because I use Vue.js in my project, so that's how it is getting required here. So if you want to know how to use Vue.js with your Elementor add-ons, let me know, guys. Thank you. Okay, so the basic introduction of the plugin is done. Now let's go ahead and create actually the um, actual plugin. So we have header style 4 has just created, so we have to rename all those things and including the classes. So all I need to do is header style 4, and then here I need to come here style, sorry, I need to keep the HTML, so that it's just an HTML file, header style 4 HTML. Okay, so HTML is just the design where we will be putting all this code, but PHP is the only file where we will be actually declaring the class. So we need to make header style 4 as our class name. Let's make it a big F. Okay, so here it has to be unique, so let's make it 4, and our plugin name should be header style 4 now. Okay, and you see we have a new category, and this add-on will be inside the forehand category. So a category is this one. This is a category forehand, single, side, general, pro, basic. Okay, so yeah, and just an advertisement for this video is that I will be going to add more videos. For example, I have developed from some of the online tutorial, which is how can you list your own templates here using a plugin, and how you can list your blocks right here using a plugin. So if you are interested in it, I will show you build you a complete one. Okay, it's also already so it's not a rocket science, it's already available online. Someone has done it. I just tweaked it a little bit and made it work for my plugin. Okay, so okay, so let's go ahead and see what does it mean. It's just a name, so it's just boilerplate. You have to provide title. You have to give a title, and title is this one, about style one. So this is the title, and this is get icon. This is the icon that is required. Perfect, no problem. Get category. Category is this one where you want to place, so you are understanding. And this is one. This one is important. Register control. So after registering all the controls, you have to actually close it. So this dot control sections in control section, and okay, and you have to start the control section as well. Okay, so here you see start the control section, title, settings, Elementor. Okay, so we have a different kind of control. So first one is color, and so using this one you can set color with this variable, and then we have few other things, month, date, year, and then title. Okay, and the text. Okay, we don't have a different. Okay, and then we have a media controller using which we can upload an image, and then we have a color again, and another thing is we have a repeater. So that means we will be able to upload multiple pictures here. So it's a repeater. Okay, so I will show you one by one to implement this section. Okay, and here at the end we have another function which is render, public function render. It has to be render, and here you can call all the settings above. Here you have all the settings. For example, you have banner image variable, and you are taking color and default this one, and all the controller including the repeater. Okay, so all of these things will be available in the settings when you call get setting for display. Okay, get setting for display function, and right after that I'm requiring my HTML page here, so that in this HTML page all of this function things should be available. Okay, all of this code all of these things variable should be available. So here it's not 4, it's not 3, it's actually 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this HTML, all this HTML. That's perfect. So copy element, so let's all remove all of them and just add that. So we have the banner right now, and let's okay, we don't need to put any widgets here maybe, so we don't have to implement widgets inside this add-ons right now. Okay, perfect. So we have remember one thing: if you want to um, make your plugin available inside, you see my previous code was a little bit like this. Yes, so okay, I have this file now, so I could show you what was the actual way of adding and how I have added. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you actually. Okay, so here I'm about this code. Okay, so here I have a previous front-end file which you have to register widget, and you have to include all the widget files. So what does mean? You have to include all of your classes. Okay, so first of all you have to include all the classes of your add-ons. So if here, if for example, if I show you, if you say add-ons, go to header style 1, then include the header style 1.php. Okay, so we then include all the php classes, and then we actually pass those classes here. Okay, so to avoid all this inclusion, I just come up with a dynamic idea. So this is how it's all this code being executed in just one method and few lines. Okay, thank you. I hope you got it now. Let's go ahead and now refresh this add-ons Elementor page. I hope we should get a new add-ons right now. Okay, for head it should have header style 4. Let's go move on to header style 3, header style 2, and header style 4. We have header style 4 now. Now here we have to add our CSS file. So let's go ahead and take all the CSS code and add this forehand CSS. Add the CSS here. Perfect. So that's awesome. Refresh this page again. Let's add a new section here. Header style 4. Here we go. We have now a header style 4 here. One problem is that we don't have CSS correctly applied. So let's refresh here. Here we go. We have now correct CSS and HTML. We don't have an image here. That's perfectly all right. So let's refresh here as well. Good. Okay, nice. So let's take the data variable. First of all, let's take about this banner. Okay, so let's take the banner, and let's take this banner at the very top. Okay, banner background, banner. Here we go. Let's take this at the very beginning of your controls. Okay, so this is called banner and this is banner background. So let's take all these things here. That's good. Click here. Here we go. We have banner background and we have banner. Now let's use this one inside. Let's check out which one is our banner. Okay, let's see how this is done. Okay, so this is the image banner. So let's add this. Remember, we have access to the settings variable because we have settings at the top, and then we record the HTML. So in this HTML we have this variable available. Okay, so we need to echo it. So echo, not this one. Okay, so let's refresh it. Perfect. Let's add a banner. Not sure if I'm getting an error. Okay, let's check it out. What I have here. Okay, so I have an error because it doesn't work like this. I have to go to the URL part because banner lives under banner URL. You could find from banner, okay, and then URL, okay, banner, then URL. Here we go. We have the banner right now. So if we change the banner, it will be, let's say we add this one. It should look like this one. Perfect, right? So banner is working right now. And I don't know what this background is meant to be used for. Box background color. We could use the box background and banner background footer color. Yeah, I will come to the coloring at the end. So let's go ahead and talk about this section. January 25, then Friday. So let's take this month, this one day. We don't need a year, so instead of year we can take day name. Okay, so what does it say? Month, date, and instead of year, let's take it as Friday, right? So we take weekday, default, well, let's say Friday, date. Okay, so here we go. We use PHP equal settings, month, instead of 25 we use date, and then instead of Friday we use weekday. Should be good now. And we have title French Open. We could say let's take this as a default title instead of a French Open. So for the title we take this one. Actually we could copy paste actually. Okay, we have the title now, and we have city, and we have address. So let's use city here. If we don't have a city, we will use, or we could use address here. Yep, we could use address. And then this can be a registration text. So we don't need a club name here. We don't need this one. Let's make it an address here. And let's make it as registration text. We do have it already, registration text. And what does this text say? Registration until 29. Let's change this to this one as the default text. Okay, so perfect. So we have then read news. So it says read news. So let's make it read news. So we can say, we could say read news text, and then label. read news txt. Okay, I will remove this one as well, and if we require it, we will be adding it. Okay, so read news text is something here, should come up here, and it should have also a link. Okay, we go settings. Sorry, I need to copy this one. Perfect. Now we have a link here, so we could say we can take and copy paste the color controller from here, or this controller for the URL. I think it's actually this works the similar way. So read news link. So you could say, okay, what is your news link? And we can say URL controller. Perfect. And then not really, I think I forgot it. Let's say www. So let's make a bullet links domain.com. Okay, I think it's correct. And now let's go ahead and check it out here if the link controller is correct or not. Okay, we have link here. Perfect. So it's working. Or it's all working. Registration text. Let's add this text here. So it's getting updated here, and that works. So let's say we add full day, Monday. Okay, so it works as well. Okay, so this part is done. Now let's move on to this section, the repeater section. Let's do the repeater, and I have an example repeater, but that's not what I'm going to use. So this repeater has only image and nothing else. Yes, only image and nothing else. So in order to have a repeater, what you have to do is you have to have instantiate the repeater class, and then you will be adding all those things. Okay, and it has a default, so I would remove all the default repeater, and let's keep it empty. So if I show you, I don't need the repeater at all. I mean, I don't need repeat all these things as a repeater. We don't need a title as well. We need an image controller. So let's take this one. Yeah, let's take this one. We could say image, and here it should say something that actually exists. Now let's move on and check it out if we have errors. Okay, so this one should have some default title. So let's search for Elementor repeater. Same thing, you need to have a list title. So let's go ahead and actually give a title here. So if we give a title, we could use it or we don't. So title, so let's just use it here. We will get a title, though it's not really necessary at all. So you see we have a list title here. You just remove all these things we don't need. So list title here, we don't need a list title here as well, but let's keep it for now because we don't have anything other than the list title. Okay, so we could use something list title default, so we can say image 1. So we could say the other way around. Instead of list title, we could say image 1, image 2, image 3, blah blah blah. Or for SEO benefit, what we can say do is we can take the image name, by the way, or alter text, whatever it is. So let's go ahead and upload some image here. So you can say image 2, blah blah blah. So as you can see, we could take a lot of repeater here, and it doesn't make any sense. Okay, so this video is already longer, guys, and in my okay, let's finish it off. And we have okay, if we just do the repetition here, then this video will be will in here. So let's go ahead and add this title, and I will have colorings remaining. Okay, so I will make another video with the color and the repeater loops in my next video. Okay, so before the repeater, we could have a title text here. We could say what is the section name, bottom title. So what we can say, bottom title, and show highlights. So it says showing highlights as the title, showing highlights, bottom title. Let's I have a Skype call. Sorry for this interruption. Showing highlights, bottom title. We could say bottom title text. You can take it as a editor, but I'm taking it as plain text. Echo settings, bottom title. Perfect. So we are having bottom title now. Okay, so it's getting updated. Perfect. Okay, and so in my next video, I will be looping through these items, and then we'll be doing colorings. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment your valuable feedback.